Ask Reddit by Alice E. White. What's your favorite childhood memory? I got many, but one of my favorites is when my mother got my brother and I out of school early to go to Dairy Queen for an ice cream cone. When I was 3 or 4, I remember being driven home from someplace, falling asleep in the backseat and waking up to my father lifting me up and carrying me to bed. Half awake, floating in his arms, with a dreamy safe feeling. So interesting. Walking along the river looking for fish, critters and interesting flowers or stones while my dad fished and my mom sat reading by the water. Oh, interesting sounds good. Age 7 Christmas, I developed strep throat. My older sister, 10, and my cousin, 9, carried me down 20 some stairs to the living room. They made everyone wait on presents until I could be brought and put into the big chair, my grandfather's recliner. I was given a glass of apple juice and the two of them helped me with opening moving stuff out of my way. That was over 50 years ago. I can still see the tree and smell the smoke from the fireplace. Watching my stepdad call the principal of my school in 4th grade out on his bullshit right in front of me. Because it was the first time I had a father figure in my life who cared enough about me to stand up for me. Laying in the yard with zero light pollution and my dad teaching me where to find certain stars. So sad life has so many ups and downs. First turkey I harvested with Pops. The day my mom took me to the pet store and told me I could pick a hamster, a guinea pig, or a bunny. I got the guinea pig and named him Spike. I have a lot of memories good and bad about my childhood, but I'd have to say one of my ultimate favorite memories has to be adopting my cat Uiu. She is my first cat that I owned myself and I actually still have her. She is my old citizen kitty. My stepdad taking me and my sister to the park and me jumping into the water after he told me not to, and then pulling him in when he went to help me out. It was a fun time. Cooking with both my grandmas. Maternal was American classics such as pizza, meatloaf, etc. Paternal was Cajun dishes, Italian classics, and some American dishes. I have one of being out in the backyard and hearing the wind rushing through the pine trees. To this day, that is one of my favorite sounds on earth. When I was like 8, me and my friends decided to run away and live in the forest. Only got through one night, but I think about it at least once every few days. Probably the time my dad took me to an old 50s themed diner on the side of a highway. Anytime I played in my grandparents' backyard. Learning that I'd never be forced to go see my mother or whatever BS husband she had at the time, ever again. Knowing I could say no, and stay with my grandparents forever without ever seeing her again if I didn't want to. The first night I stayed with the guy that is now my adopted father was a night when no one else could watch me but my mom had a work thing. He took me to Blockbuster and let me pick a movie, a pop, and a snack. I picked Flushed Away, root beer and the chocolate covered cookie dough bites. He put the root beer in the freezer while we had pizza. He ordered cheese just for me so I didn't have to pick off the pepperonis. Then he let me have the big couch to myself and even let his dog sit with me. I was never allowed to get pop and a snack when we picked movies or let the dog on the couch, but that night I could whatever I wanted. I don't think he remembers that night, but I do. Punching my cousin in the leg when she bothered me in my sleep. My favorite memory? Well, I would have to say I have two that I hold really close to my heart. My first one would be me and my mother dancing around the house as we listened to music and cleaned the house. It really made cleaning less of a chore. And the second would be when I was little, and I was walking into the store with my parents. I would hold my mother's and father's hand, then do a backflip. Honestly, it was really fun. When I was around the ages 8-10, my parents had separated for 6th or 7th time, and to get me to take my mind off of everything going on and all my confusion, My dad took me out for the day and we went bowling. It was incredibly fun and he let me win. Afterwards he bought me watermelon toothpaste and a strawberry shortcake electric toothbrush. It wasn't until recently that I realized what he was doing, but I will never forget that day. I will cherish that memory, and his intention behind it makes it even more special, I think. Fishing with my older brother. Climbing on top of a train with my best friend and feeling the wind on our faces as we breezed through the countryside, giggling and laughing. She picked a flower to put in my hair. It was nice. Leaving 5th grade. My teachers were horrible. Disregarding my autism and calling it behavior issues. One mistake gets me in trouble, etc. Christmas at Disney World. When me and my sisters were little, we made a mini movie about lava getting revenge on humans, our Eugene doll, for killing their family. It was beautiful. We recorded it with our iPads and had a random epic music video playing in the background. The video started with the lava living peacefully before a human, the doll, stepped on and killed all the lava but one. The lava then hunts the killer down and beats him up. We hit the doll with the camera of our iPad to make it look like the path of the lava. The lava even had names, but I don't remember what they were. It was some weird AOT shit lol. And that's how I found out I wanted to tell stories.